Hello, welcome back. I'm Paige. I am a self-taught artist and aspiring content creator. Today, I'd like to talk about my business plan. And I want to talk about it in the name of full transparency. And I want people to be able to find this channel and see what a process of coming up with a business idea, growing it and monetizing it, and seeing that the progression isn't quite linear. You're not necessarily going to see overnight success. You're gonna grow over time. And I know I technically already made this video. I think it's titled Starting a Business from Scratch, or an art business from scratch. And I want to redo this topic since things have since changed. It's been a little over a year since I made that, I think, or about a year. I don't know the exact timeline, but basically, when I made that video, I was working full-time, going to school. I was trying to do Etsy, make coloring books, do a YouTube channel, and I just had too much on my plate, and I couldn't do it all. So things kept falling to the back burner, particularly this channel, and I really enjoy making content, so I wanted to switch things up, and I've been thinking about what my strategy is going to be now that I'm done with school and have ample free time. So my basic idea with this is to split this into 3, maybe more phases. Okay, so phase 1. Phase 1 is the initial growth phase. The goal is just to get the ball rolling, start making some income, and that I can start investing into better equipment, better tools, and have that cushion where I can take some risks. And that's the phase we're in now, and I'm going to go into greater detail on exactly what phase 1 entails in this video. The other phases we'll get to in the future when the time comes, because just phase 2, I have an idea of what it's going to be, and then phase 3, I have no clue. So phase 2 is going to be the diversification phase. That'll be once I have a couple streams of income from phase 1 going, and I will be trying to branch out and get more streams of income, be able to spread myself a little further. Once I get the hang of the content creation pipeline and figure out a good schedule, I can start inserting phase 2 into my daily workflow. And then phase 3, I don't know what I marked it as, but I think it was future-proofing or improved growth or something like that. But this phase, I don't know what it looks like, and I don't know how long down the line that's going to be, if I even get there. Who knows, I might get to phase 2 and think this is great, but it's basically going to be the phase where I try to stabilize everything, make sure everything works out good, maybe grow a little. But once I hit phase 3, possibly we'll see in like 6 months what phase, I'll have an idea of what phase 3 will look like down the road and all that fun stuff. Because I mean, I literally, I've been thinking for days and like writing down charts. I've been making graphics, and I'm like, what is going to be phase 3? I don't know, so I can't go into detail about it. Phase 2, I have ideas, but can't go into it. So, weird intro kind of thing out of the way. Let's talk about phase 1. Okay, I want to talk phase 1. Phase 1, I plan on it taking 1 to 2 years, and we'll see how far I get in that time. I have a feeling one aspect of it will do really well in that time frame, and the other one will suffer a little bit, just simply because of the amount of upfront work each takes. So the first aspect, and this is the one that might suffer a little bit because of the amount of time and energy growing it is going to take, and that is books. I personally love making adult coloring books. I currently have, well, technically 2 plus 1 reverse coloring book, but we'll call it 3. And I had a blast making them, but they take so much time. When I was doing school full time, I could get one adult coloring book done a year, plus maybe during that time, I think I got one done in a year, and then kind of overlapping with that, a few, like 4 or 5 months, I got the reverse coloring book done. So now that I have a lot more time, I'll be able to focus more on creating books. But still, even if I can focus a lot more time and energy on these coloring books, they're going to take a long time. And there's a few other books that aren't coloring books that I kind of want to make and experiment with, but those are going to come later. So not even on my radar. I'm just going to focus on the coloring books for now. And right now, I am selling almost all of them exclusively through Amazon KDP. The first one, which is a whole nother story for another day, that one is published through a third-party publishing company, and it is on Amazon. It's also on Barnes & Noble. It's okay. I'm planning on reviewing it later, but that one, but those three. I also have a couple other like no content books that I was just, or low or no content books that I was fiddling around with publishing. I'm thinking about making more complicated books. Like one I have started but haven't gone very far with it is a coloring book journal hybrid. So the pages would be lined so you can write and journal, and then the margins of the page will have black and white patterns you can color in, and it'll be a nice, soothing, relaxing activity. Oh, and I would of course have coloring pages scattered throughout so you can color and write and just, tranquility, and just do what makes your mind happy. That one is I'm sick of working on my current main coloring book project, or I want to draw on a bigger sheet of paper than the, what size? I don't know. I don't have it on me, but they're small. In fact, for the coloring book I'm currently focusing on is my pocket-sized one. The plan is to publish that with Amazon as small as they will let me. I think it's like 8x5 or something small. So that's the goal with that one. I haven't gotten sick of that one yet, so I might end up finishing it and then moving on to the coloring book journal hybrid, which who knows how long that'll take, but hopefully it won't take too long. So books, I can draw those. I can do that peacefully when I just want to zone out, or if there's a show I want to watch, I can draw. So that is the plan. Part A of phase 1 is books. I enjoy making them. It is a blast. Part 2, I am literally working on it as we speak, and not in a metaphorical, it's an ongoing project, is YouTube. I am literally filming as we speak, or I guess at time of recording this, I'm filming this as we speak. But yeah, I want to grow my YouTube channel. I think this is a great thing. I absolutely adore making videos, talking, drawing, and it's really helping me develop my art skills beyond just abstraction, which is fantastic. And I plan on continuing that for as long as possible. Now, the goal, I would love to be able to get monetized by the end of the year, and I'm trying to be as transparent as possible. Monetization was not the original goal of starting this channel, and that is another topic for another video, which I can easily make. I probably will make it soon. But the original goal and the reason why I'm doing YouTube now are different. I'm doing YouTube now to develop my art skills and come up with new ideas. And if I can monetize it in the meantime while I develop those ideas, that's just icing on top of the cake. Just extra bonus points. one is basically just I'm going to focus on those two. The reason why I am focusing on only small increments at a time was, I mentioned this in the intro, a very rambling video. My apologies, this is all unscripted. In fact, this is my third or fourth take of the body of this video. But okay, so me completely forgetting what I was talking about proves the point. I rewatched the footage and started a second recording or whatever. So I was talking about why phase one is so simple. So phase one, it has only two aspects because I tend to focus on one thing for a really long time, lose interest and taper off. So my goal with phase one is to have two things I can kind of jump between and grow and actually put energy into growing and developing, instead of trying to do like 50 things at once and dropping the ball on a bunch of them. I can break it up into chapters and phases, get one to a stable, consistent point, and then move on to the next thing, and then get that to a consistent, stable point. And I'm not expecting it to become a passive income where I don't have to do anything. I'm expecting it to be to a point where adding something extra in isn't going to be mentally taxing, and I can just slide it in, no problems. So that is the primary reason why phase one is so simple, but there's a lot of work ahead. All right, finally to the outro. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for putting up with my rambling. I hate scripts, and I didn't really write an outline for this video, so it was just kind of all off the top of my head. If you like my content or are interested in joining me on this journey, like, subscribe, or, linger in the corner. I don't care. Or I do care, but, I can't control you. So with that being said, thank you for joining me on this journey, and I will see you in the next one.